All right, so self-indulgence is the worldly man. I'm going to be my own man. What I say goes. My house is my kingdom, and she's the queen of my double-wide trailer, right? That's the worldly man, is that I am the ruler of my life, okay? And that is a wrong look at what the biblical man is. The biblical man is Lord. No doubt he's Lord of his house. But he's a harnessed leader. We are to be Lord, just like Christ is to be Lord. I'm speaking to men. How was Christ Lord? It says this, husbands, love your wives. Notice that word love. If you do not love your wife, you're in sin. You hear that? Affirm me. Did you hear that? If you do not love your wives, you're in sin. Just as Christ also loved the church. Man, I'm telling you, he loved the church. How do we know that he loved the church? Next passage. He gave himself up for her. You see the bigger burden here between the roles? That the woman is supposed to subject herself, submit herself to the husband. But listen, husband, you're going to give your whole life for her. You see what Christ did? He gave everything, didn't he? That's right. Everything. So this idea that the world gives us that I'm my own man, I'll do what I want, is totally irrelevant in Scripture, isn't it? It's like this. A wild horse runs and consumes. It consumes energy and resources and is really a nuisance. But a harnessed horse is good. And I'm going to tell you something right now, man. You are harnessed with the gospel. You are harnessed with responsibility. You are a harnessed man. You have to understand this because the culture, the world is trying to tell you different. And you need to understand this because here is what I'm so tired of in the church. I'm so tired of the church having their sons and daughters burn in hell because the biblical man doesn't know how he ought to act. And the biblical woman doesn't know how she ought to act. My goal for you, I hope that my career is spent here and we see a generation of parents, a generation of men, a generation of women who don't have the testimony that I've lived for Jesus my whole life, but my kids don't walk with Him. I never, ever want to have that as a goal. I want to see that gone. I want to see that just totally obliterated in Missouri Valley. I want to see godly men be raised up to have wives that are godly women who raise godly children. No excuses. That's the goal, and we got to understand, we have to understand that it's only going to happen if we live by the standard of God. And here's the standard of God, that you are the Lord. But you are not just an arrogant, self-indulgent Lord, but you are a Lord who gives yourself, every part of yourself, for your family. You're a harnessed man.